You're listening to the Love Radio Network worldwide. LoveRadioNetwork.com. Educational, inspirational, trending topics, and the hottest hits. With award-winning talk show hosts and personalities. And you made us number one. Thank you. Love Radio Network. Building a network of love.
It's Ladies Night each and every Thursday on LoveRadioNetwork.com. Tune in at 7 o'clock with Kimberly Renee for her show Kiss of Life at 7:30. Symone with A Single Woman's Love. 8 o'clock p.m. Tanya Maynard with Naturally Me, Naturally Free. Then at 8:30 it's the Gospel Express with Nina Taylor. Join us each and every Thursday for Ladies Night on LoveRadioNetwork.com.
Honey child. Hello, and welcome to A Single Woman's Love new show, Couch Chronicles. We're coming to you live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Love Radio Network. I am your worldwide radio host personality, Ms. Symone. Thanking you for tuning in to share your time with me tonight. And it's a great day to be empowered and to enjoy your journey right from your homes, your cars, and especially from your very own couch. Now go ahead and get a glass of whatever you like. Sit yourself down, enjoy the nuances of a woman and man's perspective on life, love, friends, dating, generational issues and curses, plus every topic in between. Now, call your friends and family to come on in and join us by logging on to LoveRadioNetwork.com. Press the live button, y'all, or you can actually call us if you're out and about and listen by calling 563-999-3519 and press the 1 button. There's another number that's 563-999-3519, or you can call 727-731-5250. 727-731-5250. Everyone text just one friend. I know everybody's on the ones that are on your phone. Just go ahead and text one friend, LUVRadioNetwork.com. Send them the link so they can just link up and hear what we got to say today. Let's all be family. And maybe your family members can come on and join in. And if not, you guys will sit back and have a good conversation on it another day. So remember, you can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Symone, Symone, last name Hurt, Hurt, or on Twitter at Symone, Symone, 7333-9774. That number is, again, Symone, Symone, 7333-9774. So I'm praying everyone is well today. Our topic for tonight is for everyone, and I mean everyone, and anyone who wants to have sex, having sex, bored with sex, need better sex. I'm just saying. Now, as the song goes, ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. There's some of us out there that need more than just the normal and the regular to really get that special place going and flowing. So speaking specifically on the topic tonight of kinky sex, I thought we'd start out with learning and understanding the different types of kink that's actually out there. Now, I've had some conversations with many people, and I'm surprised that most people don't understand that you are kinky, honey. I don't know if you know it or not, but you're going to find out tonight. That's all I'm going to say. But, you know, this is one group of individuals who never make excuses for the type of sex either they like or are having. Now, my kind of people. So just saying, based upon the type of sex that you are having, kind of determines your personality. The person that you're with plays a part in it. And it also determines your level of how kinky you really are. Now, there's some people who are kinksters, is what they call them, that are true kinky people. And then there are some people who dabble in it, along with some of us who just like regular sex, but every now and again want to, come over the bridge and dabble in that and go on back, and so nobody will know, and you know who you are if that's the case. Now, based on how kinky you are, if you just like plain old sex, and trust me, there's nothing wrong with plain old sex, you got to at least master plain old sex, honey, because you're going to have that for a long time if you're with somebody, especially people who've been married for a long time or been together for a long time. So don't underestimate the plain old sex. But tonight, we're going to talk about kinky sex. Now, this show evolved based upon the question presented in a backyard cookout that I was at, and the question was, how kinky are you? And to my astonishment, I was quite surprised. I don't know why, but I was, that most people didn't even want to answer the question. I had people, I said, don't you want to be on the show? They're like, no, girl, I got a reputation to protect. I might be able to call in with a different voice or something. I'm like, you got to go through all that just to talk about something that's so natural and that's just so evolving as a person. I said, okay, so here we are. We're going to talk about it and see whether you're a participant or you're a watcher, and also try to gauge your kinkyism. So, as Americans, I believe that we pretty much hide behind who we really are for fear of what other people think. Here that goes again. So if you're hiding who you really are, my question is, are you really having great sex, and how kinky are you really? So let's find out tonight. Now, tonight's show, kinky sex, whether you're single, married, cohabitating, or just playing a field, this show is especially for you. Go ahead, grab that drink, nestle on in, but don't pull that blanket up too far. And trust me, over here on the East Coast, it's a little cool, a little chilly tonight. But this topic is going to get hot, hot, hot up in here. So lean on in and enjoy the ride, my love. Okay, everybody, let's welcome to the mic our special co-host from Baltimore, Maryland, Miss Tanya Dews, our multiple sclerosis motivator and speaker, and my homegirl. Welcome to Couch Chronicle, my love.
Hey, feeling good Wednesday.
Yes, it is, my love. Yes, yes, yes. I'm trying to tell you, hunty, I'm ready for tonight.
Girl, there's no blanket tonight. There's no blanket tonight.
Hey. Nothing like a good old conversation. Talking about sex is kind of stimulating. So I'm just saying, I hope everybody gets something out of today. I don't know what it's going to be, but hold on tight. We're not done, for a whole hour. We got about another 5 minutes, and you're going to find out what you know and what you don't know. That's all I'm going to say. Now, first, let me thank you, Miss Tanya, for being on the show tonight. As always, my hat over to you, and I do. And I'm always blessed to have my homegirl with me. Now, as they say, sometimes intimacy starts with a good old conversation. So guess what? Let's talk.
Of course, darling. Of course. It's going to be a good one. Yes, Get ready.
Look, as I was writing this show, I could not figure out how to put it in 1 hour. I just could not. It just wasn't going to happen. So everybody out there, I'm just letting you know, go ahead, call in, ask questions, because we got a lot to cover tonight. I'm pretty sure we're not going to finish it, so it might be a part 2 for next week. Don't worry about that. But we're going to have some fun, and we're going to talk about some things. I mean, some of the research that I did, I thought I was a pretty good kinkster, honestly. But there's some stuff I didn't even know. And what's so amazing to me is that it was right there. All you got to do is Google it, people. I'm trying to tell you, there are guides to every kinks and Googles to every kinks and fetishes out there. And I'm trying to tell you, we're going to touch on some of them. And then when we're done, we're going to move on to S&M and their accessories. So, we're not going to touch on it today, so sit tight. But next week, we're going to help you out with that. I'm just going to say that. Some of y'all don't think you need it, but I have talked to many of women. You really have it in you deep down inside. You're just a little too scared to bring it out. So this show will actually help you to kind of navigate how to bring it to your partner on what, you might want to do. There's ways to ask. There's ways to make that happen without the embarrassment or forcing somebody. So let's learn the terminology before we really delve deep into everything. And I thank Miss Tanya for go ahead and being the grand woman and queen that she is to help me go through this.
This is going to be a good one. I'm loving it, girl. I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
We're built from that cloth. We all right. We got this. It's okay. Okay. Now, one of the areas that of my studies and, how you look for things and try to incorporate other additional things, I was floored, Tanya, on how much kinkism and fetishes stuff that was out there. I was blown away.
Oh, my darling, there's too much out there. There's some gigantic.
Out there. Girl, I was like, what's wrong with people? There's so much out here that there's no excuse for you not to know anything. Like, wow. Some of the things, I learned some new stuff. I'm not saying no lies. I'm trying to tell you. And I thought I was kind of up there. I call myself, I think I'm a kinkster. Look, I've been married for 14 years. I got my 20s and 30s in. I don't know about the rest of y'all out there, but I did. I'm sorry, there's still more to be learned. And it's just amazing how things are evolving and changing. So I think this is why this platform is going to be really, really important. So, while you're going along, people, we're paying attention to two things. The first thing you need to know, ask yourself is, did you know that? Okay, because we're going to introduce the real actual terminologies for things. And that was some of the things I did not know, what the real name of it was. We call it a certain thing, but there's actually a terminology to it. And then the second thing is to ask yourself, are you a participant or a watcher? Okay. Some people participate and are cool. They open, they live, all the way live, and it's all good, and they getting theirs, and that's the end of that. And then there's some that just watch. And I'm interested in the watchers because I'm not to push you into the participation log, but I'm just trying to say, evolve a little bit. That's all. Learn and grow. That's what the whole show is about, being on the couch. So, Miss Tanya, we are about to go ahead and embark on this journey to help some people do some ultimate guides of A to Z for kinks and fetishes. Now, there are some places that you can go. I know one of the ones I went to was yourtangle.com. Tanya, I don't know if you know which one. Did you happen to take a look at that?
I looked at that one, and then I went to dawnsarah.com.
Yes, hunty. Ooh, okay. We got it covered tonight, then. That's all I can say. So here we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with, at first, talking about what kinkism is. People don't understand that they're really actually more kinkier than you think. There's some basic sexual things that are listed as kinky that, between your 20s and 30s or when you get married in that first 5 years, you did all that. You've been there, done that, the handcuffs, the ice, the this, the that, whatever. So trust and believe me, your kinky score is a little higher than you probably think that it is.
Right.
Okay? So if you want to go and look at that, there's also another program called Set Life that actually takes a look at the differences between the 1950s household relationships to how it is, and it has evolved up through the days and ages. So you can go there and check that out as well. But Miss Tanya, I want you to start out with, we're going to start at the very first alphabet, A, and we're going to move along, and we're not going to rush. If we don't finish it, then y'all just come on back next week and we'll finish it. If you have any questions, please feel free, like I said, to give us a call, okay? And don't be shy. Don't be shy. You don't even have to give your real name. It's okay. I'm not going to ask you your name for this one. I'm just going to say, hey, can I help you? Okay? So don't be shy, because everybody's so shy about coming on the show. I don't know what that is. So 563-999-3519 and press 1. If you're already on the show, you got to do is press 1 and be able to get in the queue to ask a question. So don't be afraid to ask any questions. You could be as anonymous as you like, and hopefully you'll give us a call. And if not, me and Miss Lady T, we just going to go through what we do. We're going to do what we do and keep this party moving, okay? Yeah. So, Lady T, what you got for A?
What do I have for A? Well, why don't you tell everybody what A is, and then I'll give you something for A.
Well,
so they'll know what's going on.
A is the probably the name for something that begins with A. There's aftercare, is a period of time that after playing, which players check in and reestablish their connection with each other. It often involves the cuddling. That's the cuddling stage, aftercare. Sex, eating, or drinking to replace electrolytes, discussing pillow talk, checking in, doing aftercare. And that's just a basic bottom line sexual additive or need that goes along with having sex. Now, sometimes the sex is so good that you pass out afterwards, and God bless y'all. That's all I can say.
But aftercare is definitely needed, Symone. Aftercare, men are very, they're like babies, so you have to keep stroking them gently, so gently that your hand is barely touching them, going and back and forth, because it almost gives them like a little tingle, and it keeps the sensation going for them. And whispering to them and holding them, because again, and men like that. Men, you can also do that to a woman, because she needs aftercare also, because your body is still going through something. If it was really good, again, if it was really good, it was really good, because some people aftercare get dressed and leave, so it wasn't really good. So aftercare, if you're really in tune with somebody and you're really enjoying somebody and you're loving somebody, especially those people who are in love, there's really a lot of aftercare. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not aware of that, so they don't tend to the aftercare. And even giving them a good meal or something afterwards, if they can, because you need to nourish your body.
Yes.
You also cleanse your body.
Phase 2, hunty. Yes.
Okay, so those things are really needed. So if you're able to, because sometimes there are the knockout, like the TKOs. There's some TKOs some nights. And you can't do some aftercare. But if you don't have the complete TKO, aftercare is definitely needed.
Now, another A is for age play. So when you get into the form of role playing, both partners can actually pretend or get off on being, most people like the old professor and the young, student. That's what you call age play, okay? Or you can reverse that. Okay, and that could be the little young schoolboy, and you could be the older woman. Now, some of y'all I just hit a nerve, because some of y'all know exactly what the heck I'm talking about, and that's
they're playing it right now.
Yes, it's the school teacher without being the school part. You just teach it.
You need an A, honey.
Yes. Come on over here, because you only at a C right now. We need to do a little more sessions till you get to an A. Okay? So those of y'all who know that, then that's another thing that can be experienced. And if y'all don't know these, I'm trying to tell you, this is part of kinks and fetishes. It's just how it is. So some people, like I said, are going to have a little higher kink number than they thought they have. So some people can own it, and some people can't. Now, another thing, I have 2 for B. B is for bondage. Bondage is a form of restraint. Pretty self-explanatory, and it's a sex act that falls within the bondage BDSM umbrella, which is bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission, sadism, and machoism, and a group of common sexual fantasies. Some people enjoy being tied up, while some others enjoy being, tying their partners up. Now, me, myself, that comes with a lot of trust. You just don't let anybody just tie you behind up. That's number 1.
Right.
Number 2. Big word. Any kinky play or fetishes that you're doing, you must establish, there's some rules to this, you must establish your safe word. And you have to acknowledge the safe word. And respect that person when they say their safe word, because you want to be respected as well. So, You know,
shades, guys, 50 Shades.
yes. But I'm just saying, we'll get a little bit more into the bondage thing next week if we can manage to get through A to Z tonight, because a lot of people are really interested in that. Another one that's this is called the True Kinkster Act, body painting. Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Okay, some of y'all, if y'all want to be true kinksters, this is definitely the play you need to get into. Now, I will say that there's a disclaimer on this that for our sisters, you need to make sure you get a swim cap, because that paint ain't no joke trying to get out your hair. I'm just trying to say, don't ask me how I know. But I'm going
to give you a sidebar. If not, you can do ice cream sundae with a shower curtain.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Say it again, girl. I don't think they even heard what you understood what you said.
Okay, so you can get your shower curtain. You can get all your trimmings and your ice cream and your whipped cream, your fudge. And you can tear that shower curtain up. Okay, somebody can be an ice cream sundae. Somebody can be a banana split. You can do whatever you want. You don't necessarily have to. And
the magic.
Yes. And let the magic begin.
The magic of creating a living canvas. Don't worry about no tattoo, y'all. See, that's the new millennials with these tattoos. See, back in our day, we painted for real. Okay? So I'm just trying to say. Now, we're moving on to C, the letter C. This is one that was intriguing to me, because I didn't know what the proper name for it was. C is for cuckolding. Traditionally, cuckolding is when a heterosexual couple agrees to both explore the turn-on of female sleeping with other men, and sometimes humiliating her male partner about the fact that she's sleeping with someone else. Now, I knew about the act, but I didn't know that's what it was called. Yeah.
Somebody gonna get shot.
Yeah. Well, look, my whole thing is, why you got to humiliate? You know, the whole question is, if you're asking me to do this with somebody else, why are you humiliating them? Just sit back and enjoy. Be quiet. Get your drink and chill out. Like, what the heck? You sat there and asked for this. Now,
that's stimulating in somebody's mind.
Oh, it is. It's stimulating a lot of people's mind. I'm just trying to tell you that. Now, what it's part of an element of voyeurism, okay? And this kink isn't just for heterosexual couples, so let's make that very, very clear. People of all genders and orientations can enjoy these types of cuckolding varieties. If you're turned on by the idea of your partner sleeping with somebody else, then this is for you. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, what you think? I was tripping because I was like, oh, so that's the real terminology for that. I didn't know that's what that was, but okay, if that's the real name to it, okay, we're going to teach that's what the real name for it is. Okay. Right? For those of you who are in the kinkism or kinkster category, you've already done some of the basic stuff and you're trying to elevate yourself to another level. Chakra energy play is a soul connection that you try to spiritually, connect. But by just touching, whether you're just laying in the bed together and you're holding each other's hands, you close your eyes and you try to manifest what is possibly going to happen. And the whole thing is trying to stimulate not only your mind, but to try to get yourself or the other person to actually reach that pinnacle point. Okay? And it's with a very minimum physical touch. So that's what that's called. Chakra energy play is the energy play of minimum physical touch, trying to mind screw people, pretty much. What it is. That's how I do it from back in the day. But that's what it's actually called today.
Okay. Yeah, you know. And I love you. And I love all of you out there. Really, really do. But please understand, she said mine. And a lot of people are just visual and just audio. So the mind, having wonderful, wonderful sex starts with the mind. So if a lot of people are not in that realm, to do that, that's not for you.
Yeah, thank you. I was trying to be nice. That was
we're trying to school you guys. That's not for you. But if you're with someone who's definitely very deep in conversation, very deep with the mind, and understands the universe, and sometimes understands how to connect with your ancestors, because there are people who are like that, that is definitely for you. Okay? You just want to make sure you know that. Okay, yeah. So I just had to say that.
Okay, thank you. That's what you're here for, baby. I love you. That's working. There you go.
That's that goddess love. That's that goddess love.
You ain't lying. Girl, that's some deep, deep stuff. But anyway, D is for dominance, which we'll talk about another time, so we don't need to really get into a whole lot about that. Everybody knows what dominance is. You're going to be dominant or the submissive, and you figure it out from there. There was something I came across that kind of made me chuckle, but I tried to figure it out. Dendrophilia. It describes this as a sexual attraction to trees. Now, if you're going to be a kingster, that's part of the repertoire. That doesn't mean that that's you. Now, I am into manifesting, and I'm into, meditating, but I'm not into trees like that. I'm a hug a tree, but I don't think I'm going to fantasize about a tree. So, I just
once again, that goddess love. Okay, yes. We're talking goddess and king's love. And if you're not there, you won't understand it.
Edge play for E. It's a term of BDSM that practices that are considered at the edge. That's pretty risky, and it's debated with the community. Read Kink, which is a newspaper, said this includes breast play, choking, knife play, play piercing, blood play, fire play, gun play, and consensual non-consent activities. I haven't got that far, so I really can't help anybody else get there.
And that's dark play, guys. Now, remember, we did goddess. Now we're going into dark play. Dark play.
Yes.
Yes,
now,
that's something.
Some of us are familiar with the choking.
Don't do it.
Which is breast pad play. And there always has to be a safe word, and you trust and believe me before you do it. Go through the simulation at least one time with your partner so that they understand what's too much.
I'm going to give you another one. Do a tutorial and look at it.
Because you're going to get choked out if you start telling you that ain't funny.
Tutorial and never mind.
Yeah. So that's just to give you some information. Some people are into that. They have that type of trust in their relationship that they can do that. A lot of that, I don't quite advocate for it because of the simple fact that kind of triggers a lot of people who have been through a lot of trauma. So be careful with that going forward. Okay?
Oh, hell no. That's all I got to say.
I'm just trying to
no more. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
F is for a lot of things, but I'm going to keep it simple because I'm not. Lord Jesus, I don't want to go there. Everybody knows that F could possibly be for foot fetish. Now, a lot of men have foot fetishes, and I actually know some females that have foot fetishes, literally. There's something about worshiping the feet that they love pretty feet. Feet that don't have a whole bunch of knots, bruises, and a whole bunch of stuff going on like they've been through the war, and that somehow turns them on. I know quite a few males and a couple females that really works for them. So, anything
all right.
I'm just saying, we're going to keep it moving because there's quite a few other F's that we're not going to talk about, and one of them is figging. So, if you are a real,
don't be scared. Don't be scared now.
It is. Figging was back in the day. It's and most people don't know what it is. So let me just say, since I said it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what it is.
There you go.
It refers to the act of inserting a piece of fresh, skinless ginger into the anus or rectum. It causes a strong burning sensation, and it's not a permanent issue or problem, and it's been said to be very erotic to the person that's being done to. So, I mean, you can look it up yourself. It's one of the Victorian era things that they practice along with whipping and spanking. So check it out if that's what you think you want to do, and if not, we'll keep the Cardi movie. Just simple.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not into. G is for gagging. We don't have to talk too much about gagging. You know, it's lightly choking of an object to the point of making gagging sounds. You know, it depends on the person. It depends on the act. Some people like actually gagging, while others actually try to avoid trying to gag, if y'all know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You need to discuss that with your partner, because you'll be surprised that sometimes they get off on the mental thought that you are actually gagging off of what they have to offer.
Right.
So that's a personal conversation that needs to be had.
And again, if you guys are not sure about anything that we're discussing, Uncle Google and tutorials will help you.
Yes. And we're going to pause for the cause and go ahead and go to commercial break. And we will be right back, people, with H.
Cinderella cut it up one time. Come on.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
Well, let's talk about sex for now. To the people at home or in the crowd, it keeps coming up anyhow. Don't be coy, avoid, or make void the topic, cause that ain't gonna stop it. Now please talk about sex on the radio and video shows. Many will know anything goes. Let's tell it like it is and how it could be, how it was, and of course how it should be. Those who think it's dirty have a choice. Pick up the needle, press pause, or turn the radio off. Will that stop us, Ted? I doubt it. All right then, come on, spin.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex a little bit, baby. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
Ha! Try to make any man's body pop. You just got to get whatever she don't got. Fellas droop like fools, but then again, they're only human. This chick was a hit because her body was booming. Gold, pearl, rubies, crazy diamonds. Nothing she wore was ever common. Her dates, heads of state, men of taste, lawyers, doctors. No one was too great for her to get with or even mess with. The press, she says, was next on her list. And believe me, it's as good as true. There ain't a man alive that she couldn't get next to. She had it all in the bag, so she should have been glad. But she was mad and sad and feeling bad, thinking about the things that she never had. No love, just sex. Followed next with the check and the note that last night was so.
Take it easy now. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex.
Come on.
Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
Ladies, all the ladies, louder now, help me out. Come on, all the ladies, let's talk about sex. All right, ladies, all the ladies, louder now, help me out. Come on, all the ladies, let's talk about sex. All right. Yo, Pat, I don't think they're gonna play this on the radio. And why not? Everybody have sex. I mean, everybody should be making love. Come on, now, how many guys you know making
love? Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that
world out here on some things that's kinky. And some of y'all right now already, your kink score is a little higher than you thought. Just hang on. There's more to come. And see how you scored in. H over here is they have it for humiliation. Now, I'm not a true queen of humiliation. I'm not into that. And that's being enjoy calling names like BITCHSLUT or WHORE in bed. Some people enjoy it. It better be some really good stuff. But I tell you what, and you only got one time to slip and call me that in regular life outside that bedroom, and then we're going to box. That's going to be a problem.
Let's just say that will be the problem.
We don't have a problem. I don't even want you to get that comfortable calling me that, honestly. That's just me personally. But some people enjoy it, and that's okay for you if you do. So I'm just trying to say, make sure that you put good parameters around that's in the bedroom only and never outside. So just clean yourself up on that situation and keep it moving, okay? Now, I is for impact play. That refers to the use of hands, paddles, whips, or whatever you have around your house. The suggestion was spatulas. To hit the body. If you ever were playfully spanked by your partner during sex, that's impact play. So, see, a lot of y'all, I'm trying to tell you, see, that's another notch on your belt. I'm trying to tell you, your number's going up, ain't it? They're like, oh, dang, I didn't know it was that kinky. Start small, start slow, and make sure this is a definite one that has to be a safe word, because I have heard so many stories that if you don't have a safe word and have a conversation before this happens, men get off sometimes on giving pain. See, you got to hone him in, know, on how hard he is wearing your tail out, because I've heard some stuff that there's a line that crosses between that pain and pleasure. So you need to be careful with it and make sure that you role play it out a little bit before you get into the act. I'm trying to tell you, that's how you simmer it down, folks. That's how you simmer it down. Because I heard some people get carack-shalaka. They didn't see that coming.
Yeah. and men, you get it too. It's not just women.
Yes, I know. Yes. And so we got H and I, and now we're on J. J is for Japanese bondage, and we'll get into that later. There's a lot that goes on to that, so that's why we're not going to even try to even go there on that. K actually came across on every website as the same thing. It's called klismophilia. People, klismophilia. It is a Greek word that means arousal by enemas. Now, an enema is a medical device that squirts water slightly warmer than body temperature into your anus, and is used by hospitals to relieve people of constipation or to prep for certain medical procedures. It's not as glamorous as it sounds, but there are people who get off on this. The anus is an erogenous zone, and you learn that as you get a little older. Now, whether you like it or not, there are people who like it and then like penetration, and there's people who just like the anal play and no penetration. So you got to know your limits and then figure out from there where to go. And it's also a clean way to prep the rectum if you're into anal sex. So if you're into anal sex, you might as well go ahead and give yourself 2 points for that and keep it moving. So,
2 points, Alex, 2 points.
Yes, 2 points. L is for limits, so that's pretty self-explanatory. But the other L somewhere else was for loud sex fetish. It's called I can't even say it. Agrexophilia. Agrexophilia. It's a fetish of having other people know about your sexual activities. Now, until I read up on this and really delved into it, I didn't realize that I kind of like that. So this is what I'm talking about. Some of y'all sex points, your kinky points are going up. If you are comfortable with beating on the wall, being loud in the bathroom, opening your window when you have sex, this is it for you. this is it for you. So I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The hotel opening up the shades.
Yes, Lord.
Okay. Yes. You guys know. You've done it.
They know. We ain't got to tell them that. You know who you are. It's as simple as that. Now, M is for machoism. Okay? Now, machoism is deriving pleasure from a high sensation, most often referred to as pain. And look, and here's where I got into a conversation with my son, because he was telling me how many females he knows that have their body parts pierced. God bless y'all. I'm not going through all that. That's a little too much.
Never turns you on.
Never turns you on. Mm-hmm. And then the person who is inflicting the pain is a sadism. Okay? So you got to know which spectrum you're on. If you're receiving the pain, you're machoism. If you are given the pain, you're a sadism. Okay? And everybody know what kind of pain they inflict and what they're doing, so I'm not going to really delve into that too much.
Be careful.
I know. I'm trying to tread lightly on that one. I really, really am.
Be careful.
Yes. I'm not trying to hear that, but okay.
I'm grinning and holding my cheeks down as be careful.
Yeah, be careful. We're going to be careful on that one.
Be careful.
N is for nylon. Those are the people who really want to tie you up. They like tying toes, feet, legs wrapped tightly with nylon stockings. This is an old-fashioned, back in the day type of thing. And, we've since moved on to silk scarves, but before silk scarves came about, it was nylon, honey.
Yeah.
Okay. You can have your partner tie you up with them or use them as a blindfold for a sensory deprivation. Side note, while bondage is a kink using nylon for bondage, it is separate than having a nylon fetish. I met a guy who actually had a nylon fetish. So every time I had pantyhose on, he was always rubbing my legs. Like, I didn't understand. Like, what is wrong with you? He had a nylon fetish. He loved rubbing my legs when I had on pantyhose. So that's a separate sexual arousal rather than the actual use of the objects. Okay.
And you need to know these things.
Know
these things.
Here we're going to one that I can really understand. Orgasm control for O. That is actually a fetish, and most people don't even know that. This practice involves conditioning the gain of control of a submissive's orgasm through verbal or other signals, and include control of the initiation of actually having that stimulation to actually get to your point or coming by a signal, where you have to, bottom line, it's having to hold it until, especially if you're trying to do it dually and come at the same time. That is actual an orgasm control fetish. So I know most people didn't know that, but that's what it's.
Well, you know now.
Yeah, know now. There you go. Okay.
You know
now. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And you know if you belong. Ain't that something?
That's
P.
Right.
P. Any woman that's been pregnant understands this, that there is a pregnancy fetish. Having sex while you're pregnant elicits a lot of different feelings than when you're not pregnant. Now, granted that if you have pregnancy sex during that time when it's time to be due, you can actually induce labor. But outright pregnancy fetishes, there are people who are sexually attracted to pregnant people, period. Did you know that, Tanya?
I got my mouth open on that one. Okay. I thought some people were just being nice, but maybe
Girl,
there's going on. God only knows.
Because
now you're going to make me go back in the history. Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. They are aroused by the sight of a swollen round belly. And the attraction may also include an interest in lactation or other symptoms of pregnancy.
Wow. Okay. Well, all righty.
I told y'all was going to know some of these things. We're going to get to the thing.
See, guys, I'm learning as we're on right now.
Yes.
I ain't scared.
There are two for Q. One for Q is queerophilia. Queerophilia. That is a fetish for hands. When a man likes well, attractive fingers, great manicure, or just smoking hot, pretty hands, then they think hands are sexy. That is the true name for it. Now, that blew my mind because I didn't know what the true name for it was. I knew of the fetish, but I did not know what the actual name for it was.
And that's for true. I know of the fetish.
I did not know.
And a lot of you ladies know.
Yes. Now, it goes a little deeper. There's a myriad of sexy things that come under this umbrella, like hand jobs, fingering, and back massages.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that that's what that was called. So hand jobs, fisting, or fingering is all under queerophilia. I was like, okay.
We're all learning this evening.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to hit y'all to the game. Now, for Q, there's also queening. Queening is a fetish. Now, that part I did not know. I knew about queening, but I didn't know it was a fetish. Queening is another name for the lesbian.
Okay, guys, I'm not sure. We probably lost Symone. We're having some technical difficulties, but we're still here. I'm still here. Symone was giving us some information that was wonderful that's helping each and every one of us with our sex. So also knowing your body is very important with this. So when Symone comes back, she's going to finish the alphabet with us. But in the meantime, let's just get in touch with your body. A lot of people are not really in tune with their bodies. It's very important to be in tune with your body because a lot of people don't like themselves. So if you don't like yourself, you're not going to enjoy sex with someone. So it's very important to like yourself. Make yourself smell good. Make yourself feel good. Whether or not you're a man or a woman, and whether or not it's heterosexual or not, you should still like yourself enough to know when you're sexually aroused with someone. And when someone, because sometimes it's just the sight. Some people just need sight. Some people need smell. Some people need touch. Some people just need sounds. Sometimes you just get on the phone and you just need to hear that voice. Sometimes that voice is such a turn on. But if not, then whatever it is that turns you on, make sure you have that turn on button because it's so important to have that turn on button. Sex is so very important. It's a major part of your lives. This is how we all got here, guys. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be shamed about. And you shouldn't be shameful of your body. A lot of people like to enjoy sex with the lights off, and some people like the lights on. And unfortunately, some people like to be under the covers. Some people like to be on top of the covers. Some people just don't even make it to the covers. Whatever it is, however it is, make sure you get, okay? Are you back, Moni Love?
I am back, baby. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on over here.
All right.
I apologize for everybody. And we're going to continue on with our alphabet. And where did we stop off at, Talia?
Q, my dear.
On Q? Awesome. That's why I got her, y'all. Queening. So if you like face sitting, queening is what exactly is the actual terminology of what you do. It's between the dominant female, the dom, and her submissive in order to evoke an erotic humiliation or sense of control over someone. And I did not know it was called queening. So, hey, I'm just as confused as everybody else. But look, we all learn and we live, don't we? That's all I can say.
Right. That's right.
Now for R, It's called RACK. R-A-C-K. It's called Risk Aware Consensual Kink. Now, the acronym was born as a response to the Safe, Sane, and Consensual list of kinking. Consult for cultural and safety orientation attitude that could be more than inherently risky play for its scope. So it doesn't give too much more about that. So I wasn't very familiar with it, and we can figure that out. Just take it over there. S is for sleep sack fetish. Now I don't know if people ever heard. I've heard of it, but I didn't know that's what the terminology was for it. People who have, it's called taphophilia, become aroused by closed spaces. And most people who are claustrophobic understand this. They can go through a moment of having claustrophobic issues. However, there's a moment in which they say, and they get a sexual arousal from it as well before the fear actually sets in. So that's what that is actually called, a sleep sack fetish. That was new to me. I don't know how that's new to everybody else. Did you know that?
Didn't know about that one.
Fetish? I didn't know about that either, honey. I lost the point on that one. I didn't get that at all. Transformation fetish. That's a fetish for transforming or changing people into other people. I'm going to break this down for everybody so they can truly understand this in a different realm. If you like Vampire Diaries or you love any type of form of vampires, period, this is what that's called, a transformation fetish. Okay? It's any time of the sexual fantasy that is often limited to depictions of forms of animated porn. It started in Japan and then manifested into vampire movies. And it's our connection that says, hey, okay, we love that control of being able to suck your blood and transform you into who I am, and it's a power control issue. So I never knew that's what it was called, but that's what it is, transformation fetish. For you, urethral sounding link. The sound refers to the urethral stimulation of either males or females, so don't get that twisted. It ain't just about the female. Many women have reported that their urethral stimulation is far more powerful as an erotic stimulant than the vagina penetration. So, there is if anybody can picture it, there's the urethra, and you know what hole that is, and then underneath it, because the hood is on top, the urethra is there in the middle, and then underneath there's a V. And if you're paying attention to that V area, between the play of those two things, you will gain two things. One, it is a stronger stimulant. And number two, playing with the V and pushing it with your tongue or your finger in the right area at the right time is what initiates squirting.
And a lot of people are interested in that. Again, Uncle Google and tutorials.
Yes.
Especially if you want to try that this evening.
I was quite amazed at that. I did not know the technical terms of it, but yes. So that's where we are with that.
So some people feel that you can't squirt. You can. If it's done properly, you can. Mm-hmm. You absolutely can.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Definitely. Look, he just needs to be down there a little longer, and you all need to know where to press and how to press.
Right.
There's a method to the madness of the pressing. You can't just stab it all the time. You got to press, circle, come out, go down and up, and press, circle. Whatever turns her on. So she has to be very vocal with you to be able to get to that. It's a good one.
Communication. Right up, down. Come on, guys. All around.
Yes. U is for urophilia. That's called golden showers. And there's no definition that we need to talk about that. V is for voyeurism. Some people love to watch, and some love to participate. That's participate. That's what we're all talking about today. W is for whip. Either you like to be whipped and get that stingy sensation, or you don't. It's real simple. And X is for wax play. Some people like the candlelight and that hot oil or wax dripping on them. Yoni is for yoni, Y is for yoni egg. Everybody have seen that. And Z is for zapper. So, woo, y'all, we actually made it all the way through the alphabet.
Woo! You guys made it.
Fantastic. I want to thank everybody, all my kings and queens who participated today. And actually, I hope you gained some information. Please feel free to Google any parts of this so that you can understand what the real technical terms are for this. And I pray that you've gotten something. If you did, you did. If you didn't, please leave me a comment on my Facebook page at shurt@gmail.com if you have any other additional questions. Don't forget to mark your calendars for tomorrow because it's ladies' night, y'all. And Miss Kimberly Renee is starting us off at 7 p.m. So be in the house. Be ready. I'm trying to tell you, us women of Love Radio, we gives it to you and brings it to you every Thursday, and you need to be there. I'll be back again on Thursday at 7:30, right after Kim. And then we have Miss Tanya Maynard at 8 p.m., followed by Miss Nina Taylor at 8:30. So sit back and enjoy the ladies' night with us every Thursday evening from 7 to 9:30. Next week, we will talk about S&M and its accessories. So stay tuned for part 2 of Kinky Sex and its toys, my love. We're going to catalog some of that stuff. They got some new stuff out there, hunty. I want to share with you. Lord, help me, Jesus. But anyway, thank you very much. I love you. Miss Tanya, thank you for being with us. And everybody else, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Ladies' Night and back again for some more sex talk on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you. Love you.
Good night,
and have
guys.
a blessed day.